Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news.
What a gloomy record, by the way. Jesus Christ.
What up, Tiz?
What's going on, DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy? Good morning.
That record didn't sound so gloomy a year ago.
No.
But after hearing it on air for a year straight, and the way the weather is a little bit right now, it's such a gloomy record this morning.
Well, let's jump right into front page news. Let's start off with sports. Last night, the Browns lost to the Steelers 26-22. It's funny, when I went to sleep last night, the Browns were up by a touchdown, I thought. But I didn't see that guy. I didn't see the end of it. And then the Saints beat the Panthers 2017. Patrick Mahomes, they're saying they reworked his contract. He's going to receive $210 million over 4 years.
Rich, man. That's $105 million for both sides of him, black and white. Both of them got paid.
Jesus Christ.
Drop on the clues bombs with Patrick Mahomes. And it's guaranteed, I believe.
Yeah. All right, now let's jump right into Rudy Giuliani. What's going on with Rudy Giuliani?
Well, he could use some of that money. Maybe they will let him borrow it because right now the former New York mayor is facing growing bills related to the fallout of his actions around the 2020 election for Donald Trump. Now, the law firm that represented Rudy Giuliani said that he has not paid his bill. He's only paid about $214,000 towards the 1.3 unpaid bill. And Rudy Giuliani has been very honest with saying that he is struggling to pay it. So just a quick update on that trial. You know, he is one of the 17 defendants in the Georgia election interference case, and that trial is set to start November 3rd. So looks like he's risking it all for Trump.
Hey, I'm not mad at them. Folks want their money. They don't care about what you're going through. That has nothing to do with them. But question, how come Rudy Giuliani didn't just represent himself? Isn't he a criminal attorney? He could have saved himself some money by just representing himself in those cases.
Well, they say that anybody represents himself has a fool for a lawyer. So that's the answer.
Even when you're a lawyer?
Even when you're an attorney?
Even when you
yes,
are a
probably.
lawyer?
Yes.
I understand when you're not a lawyer, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you don't have no criminal, no lawyer background, but he's an actual criminal attorney.
He knows the law. And I was going to ask, with that much money, don't law firms want a retainer up close? Like they let it get $700,000-$800,000 in arrears? Yeah, in up front?
Well, it just depends. Some will work with you, some will not. He has put some money on it. Like he made a $10,000 payment the other day on this account, but that's just not enough. They want all their money. So that's the answer to that. They sick of somebody putting $5 on it. They want all the money because they know that the bills are just going to continue to get high on his other case. And, more than likely they won't ever get it. So they're filing suit. Anybody can file a lawsuit doesn't mean you'll get the money. Right. So I think this is about the principle at this point.
All right, now let's jump into the black student suspended for his hairstyle.
Yeah, remember I did this story a couple of weeks ago about the black student that had the dreads. I wanted to give a quick update on that. He is a young black man that goes to Barbers High School in Texas, and he served his 2-week in-school suspension. But then Monday, just yesterday, when he went back to school with the same hairstyle, he was suspended again. Now, they said that when he was originally suspended, it was the same week that the Crown Act went into effect, and that is a law that is designed to protect against hair discrimination. But the school officials say that his dreadlocks fell below his eyebrows and earlobes, and he's violating the dress code. And the family was in tears, saying that, he is not in violation of the dress code, and he had to sit, I guess, on a stool for about 8 hours and was uncomfortable. And also the young man was crying as well. So what do you guys think? Should he have returned with the same exact hairstyle or what?
Well, I mean, the school's saying it wasn't discrimination, but you can always hide discrimination under the guise of, legislation and policy, and I guess that's where it gets tricky, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So what do y'all think he should do? Push the line, just stick to it, keep the same hairstyle, keep showing up, getting suspended every other week? What? If
it was my son, I think I'd put him in a different school at this point. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah, I get it, and I get the good fight. But at this point, if he has to sit on a stool for 8 hours a day and be uncomfortable, and maybe he's really not learning, and I don't want to change his hairstyle, I think I would probably think about moving him to a different school.
It's too much of a distraction for him at this point.
Right.
Every day he can't go to school and focus on learning. He's going to go to school focusing on having to fight. Right. And you got to ask yourself, is that a fight you want to fight?
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would too. I think I would just move him out the school at this point because they're not changing their policy clearly.
Mm-hmm. All right, and that is front page news. Thank you, Taz. We'll see you in a couple of minutes. Everybody else, get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you need to vent, phone lines are wide open again. 800-585-1051. It's The Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Charlamagne the Guy. We are The Breakfast Club. Let's get in some front page news. Good morning, Tiz.
Good morning, DJ Envy, Charlamagne the God, Breakfast Club family.
All right. Let's get right into some front page news. Let's start off with sports. The Steelers beat the Browns last night 26-22. The Saints beat the Panthers 2017. Nick Chubb, running back, he's out for the season. Saquon Barkley will be out for 3 weeks. Patrick Mahomes, he did a new contract. He reworked his contract. He's going to receive $210 million for 4 years.
$105 million apiece for both sides of himself, black and white. Go ahead, Patrick Mahomes.
All right, now let's jump right into it. Let's talk New York employers now.
Yeah, let's talk about their pay rates. It's certainly not $100 million, but it is good news for folks in New York. Help Wanted advertisements must now disclose proposed pay rates after statewide salary transparency, part of a growing state and city efforts to give women and people of color a tool to advocate for equal pay for equal work. Employers with at least 4 workers will now be required to disclose the salary ranges for the job that is advertised externally to the public or internally to workers who are interested in a promotion or a transfer. Now, this pay transparency, supporters say, will prevent employers from offering the same job candidates less or more money based upon age, gender, race, or other factors not related to their skills. Advocates believe this change will also help underpaid workers realize that they make less than people doing the same job.
I'm so confused by this because I thought they always included the pay rates. Like, when you look for a job, it says it's paying such and such per hour.
Yeah, I thought so too.
Or it tells you what the salary is.
Yeah, sometimes it's optional, not everybody, but now this is a law that's saying that you need to do it. So there's a big difference between wanting to do it and not, and actually doing it. And then sometimes, they'll do a range, starting at $11 an hour, 11 to 14 an hour. And so this is just, a law that's requiring people to be a little bit more specific on that information, which is a good thing.
I thought that was needed. I thought that's part of the reason why people would, want to apply to that
the only
job
reason
to see how much I'm going to be making, and what I can make, I thought. Which is real crazy.
You can always Google jobs and see, what the average salary for something is. If you're in the industry and you kind of know, what the average is, there's information out there. And then some people want to negotiate their pay, when they get there. A lot of the advertisement will say, depending upon experience, $12 an hour, DOE, depending upon experience. So this is just making sure that everybody knows, exactly what they're applying for and, the options that they have, which is a good thing.
Okay.
All right. Well, that is front page news. Thank you, Tez.
Absolutely.
And make sure you subscribe to Tesla and Figaro's podcast, the Straight Shot No Chaser podcast on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network, and follow Tesla and Figaro at Tesla and Figaro on all social media platforms.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Let's talk about something else that's near and dear to DJ Envy's heart: fake hairlines.
What are you talking about?
Because there's a lot of men out here nowadays that are getting the fake hairlines, whether they drawing it on or they doing the surgery.
Tattoo.
The tattoo. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I tried something once. I can't remember what it's called. Is it PRP?
That's the jeans.
That's the jeans, right?
PRPS, yeah. What are you talking about?
It's something with some initials. I forgot what it was, but that's when they draw the blood out of you. They take the blood out of you.
Oh, that's when they take your pubic hair and put it on and make it. Yes, it is.
Then they spin the blood and then they shoot the blood back in your scalp. Salute to Dr. Sandy. But I realized I don't want hair. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you can't have it. Yesterday you look crazy. I can't. You took your hat off yesterday. You look crazy.
Well, my hairline is pushed back, but what my doctor,
way back.
What Dr. Sandy was trying to explain to me was she could do this, but I was like, I don't really think I want it. And when you see how painful it is, you realize, no, I'm cool with a baldy. I have a head that's fit for a bald head.
I think you look stupid.
My point is, I think you look stupid with your beard drawn.
No, it's not. My beard's not drawn on.
My point is, a lot of times men do things because they think that's what women like.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering, do women even like that? When these guys have the painted on beards like you got,
I don't have painted on beards.
Painted on toupees and hairlines. Because didn't our good brother Timberland just do this?
Yeah, Timberland just had some surgery or something. Let's listen.
I see it. New lineup, new hair.
Natural transplant with Dr. Siegel, baby. Look at them. They shut it down just for the king.
Like working out, changing your body, I can put the work in. This one, I have to go get work. There's no getting around it. I started seeing it's getting lighter, and I'm like, you know what, let me do it early than later.
I'm trying to tell y'all, don't be jealous.
Christian.
I'm about to be like, don't look at Sergeant Timbo right there, but wait.
So what is the question? Ladies, how do you feel about men?
Like this?
All right. Well, let's talk
Do
about
ladies
it.
even dig this?
800-585-1051.
Because y'all only doing this for the ladies.
But I would also say, ladies, you can't judge. I'm gonna tell you why. We don't say nothing when you get them stupid eyelashes. Yes, that's true.
Did nobody ask you about that?
We don't say nothing when you get your
Nobody
wigs.
asked you about that.
When you get
Here
your
you go.
eyebrows
Here you go.
arched, or what's
That's
the
why
thing?
people don't like you.
What's
You
it
bring in
called?
ladies for no reason.
Threaded. Whatever
This
they
ain't even
call
about
it.
the women.
Ladies do it because they want to feel
Ladies, this
comfortable.
ain't got nothing to do with
they
y'all.
want to feel good. Men do it the same way. They want to look attractive to the ladies.
This don't have nothing to do with the ladies. You ain't even had to bring the ladies in.
I'm just saying.
I asked the ladies a specific question.
I just want to remind.
They like when men do this.
I just want to remind the ladies all the things that they do as well.
You don't need nobody reminding nobody about nothing, because they're gonna call in here and talk about your stupid ass beard that looks very dingy and disgusting right now because you be drawing it in.
No,
and when
I
it's
just need a
not
haircut.
drawn in, it looks disgusting.
I just need a haircut, just like you looked yesterday. Yeah, did you see yourself yesterday?
But I don't dye nothing. I don't draw nothing in. I take life the way it comes.
Now
you're gonna lie.
I don't draw nothing
a big
in.
liar for
I
no
don't.
reason.
I don't draw nothing in. Just a little just for men. That's all.
That's paint then. Exactly. It may not be a drawing, but it's a paint.
Oh, well, say the correct thing. Say
It's
the correct
art.
term, sure.
Either way, it's art.
It's what's wrong with art?
Well,
800
about to find out.
585-1051. Ladies, when men fix their hairlines and they try to look attractive for you, do you like it? Do you hate it? Let's discuss. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Wake that ass up.
Early in the morning.
The Breakfast Club.